My name is Lawrence Aronhime. I teach innovation and strategy here at Johns Hopkins. Everybody is talking about innovation these days, and it is, of course, the highlight of the MSIL program. But the question is, how do you really do it? The usual process is to get out of the building, go talk to people, see what they're struggling with, and then invent something to help them using all the design tools that you learned as undergrads. While getting out of the building is certainly worthwhile, and I don't at all mean to diminish it, it's not enough. And so we take a different approach here at Hopkins. We don't just want you getting out of the building, we also want you getting out of your own heads. The problem with the usual approach is, very simply, that it remains focused on the present. Whatever people are struggling with today. And again, it may be very important, but it's not the end of the innovation story. We want you not just thinking about the present, but imagining alternative futures. Let me explain. Innovation requires three things: a problem worth working on, a solution that actually solves the problem, and a business case that allows the solution to enter the market and to scale. Generally, nowhere near enough time is spent on finding the right problems to solve. Right before your eyes are likely lots of problems, some of them incredibly important, but there are also those problems that we will only discover in the future. Let me give you an example. The first recognizably modern automobile only comes about at the beginning of the 20th century. It was an incredibly interesting technology, solved some real problems, and had a small market of very rich people. But nobody imagined then what the world would look like and what problems would be found when everybody on Earth owned an automobile. And now, of course, you have the opposite problem. When you ask young people today if they want to own a car, many, not most, say no. All they want is to get from point A to point B when they want and as easily and as efficiently as possible. We need to learn how to imagine different futures and then explore those futures for the problems that will be found there. The key to the approach that we have developed at Hopkins is the recognition that not all problems are the same. Think about it like this. Is the question, how can we make a brain-controlled prosthetic hand with a sense of touch for less than $1,000? The same question, the same kind of question as, what is the future of prosthetics? Clearly not. The issue here is that too often students take the traditional engineering tools that they have learned, either at the university or on the job, and then apply those tools to the wrong types of problems. Just think of the two kinds of questions that I just asked. You are educated to answer the first. Design a prosthetic hand with these particular features that will cost less than $1,000. And the kinds of tools that you will apply to answer this question will not work when the question is, what is the future of prosthetics? The result of all this is too much presentism, too much present thinking, too much focus on incremental improvements to whatever already exists, and not enough deep, critical thinking about alternative futures and their possibilities. All of which has led us to develop a model and an approach to teaching that utilizes three different kinds of problems, what we have called undefined, ill-defined, and well-defined. Only well-defined problems can be solved in the traditional sense of the term. Well-defined problems contain the solution criteria within the problem statement. Well-defined problems are those where the solution is falsifiable. Either the solution works or it does not. By contrast, undefined problems ask, what might alternative futures look like? While ill-defined problems ask, what is the next big thing in this particular technological or market space? Week by week, we explore undefined and ill-defined problems in order to build a bank of opportunities, hundreds deep by the end of the semester, and then students form teams around the best ones in order to actually build out the solution and develop the business case. In short, that's what we do at Hopkins. We turn innovation into a structured process. We use the tools and techniques that we have developed here to explore undefined and ill-defined problems, to imagine alternative futures, and then mine them for problems worth solving. I hope you will join us here. Thank you.